Hello, I'm Jamie Matthews, and it is my great honor to serve as the Mayor of Santa Clara and to present this annual State of the City Address for 2012. It's been a busy year, and I'm pleased and proud to report on our success, progress, and future challenges on behalf of the City Council and our staff team. In response to the challenging economy, the City Council adopted and has been working diligently on 5 proactive economic development goals for this 2-year period. A strong local economy generates revenues to the city that pay for the core services we all depend on for our outstanding quality of life. Police, fire, parks, one of the best libraries in the nation, recreation programs, streets, and much more. During these difficult economic times, your City Council has acted as the stewards of trust, focusing on moving Santa Clara forward towards economic prosperity. I'm exceedingly proud of the leadership and commitment of the Council team to focus on priorities that generate revenues, jobs, and opportunities. These priorities include development and asset management, increasing our retail opportunities and downtown revitalization, the stadium project, of course, pursuing new electric generation and solar projects, and encouraging and supporting our businesses and their community. Building a strong local economy opens housing opportunities to more families, generates revenues so that the city can pay for core services, provides shopping opportunities, and much more. All of our efforts are focused on improving the health of our local business community, which, in turn, supports services for our residents. And we are seeing great success. In the big picture, you may be interested to know that the city has on file more than 12,000 active business licenses. Small businesses and small business starts are on the rise, and they are the heartbeat of Santa Clara. We continue to work diligently to be welcoming and responsive to the local business needs and to create the kind of environment where businesses can thrive. During 2011, numerous businesses opened their doors in Santa Clara and represent hundreds of new jobs. As one example, Dell Computer opened their Silicon Valley Research and Development Center in North Santa Clara and has been hiring at a rapid clip in order to provide the expanded network design, storage, and software development as well as cloud capability for computing. We think it is terrific and very proud that Dell selected Santa Clara for their Silicon Valley home. Within just 4 months of the ribbon cutting with Michael Dell and Governor Brown, they've already added an additional 150,000 square feet to their campus, an excellent sign. Other businesses opening their doors in Santa Clara this year include the Dollar Tree Store, Hannon Federal Credit Union, and Summerwinds Nursery that all opened on the El Camino Real, helping us to beautify and revitalize this important roadway. China Telecom Americas and Huawei, both Chinese telecommunications companies, have opened and invested here in Santa Clara. Companies that serve businesses in Silicon Valley like Consolidated Parts and Peak Technology Enterprises opened and will provide custom parts that are so critical to the other companies in this region. As a family-owned business, Peak Technology has been providing services for Silicon Valley for more than 3 decades. And we're very proud that they chose to relocate here to Santa Clara. New data centers continue to find their home in Santa Clara, including a new one for CoreSite, now with more than 150,000 square feet of secure data storage and room for expansion. Data centers, like other local businesses, love it here because our low electric rates, along with our reputation for reliability, ensure their success. There are more than 24 data centers in Santa Clara, and this number is continuing to grow, making Santa Clara truly Cloud City. A new innovative child care facility, Scuttlebugs, opened on Stevens Creek Boulevard, and we welcome them to our community of child care and school service providers. Picaro Inc., a new Silicon Valley research and development facility who is on the leading edge of combating global warming, is now here in business on Patrick Henry Drive. Smaller businesses such as Exclamation Point, a needlework store at Franklin Square, and Faces Spa on Saratoga Boulevard have also opened facilities. On Stevens Creek Boulevard, Harbor Freight Tools opened for business, providing much needed high-quality tool source for our contractors, as well as a source for those doing their own home improvements, all at affordable prices. K1 Racing added the excitement of go-kart racing for fun and also corporate outings on Meade Avenue. And at the corner of Stevens Creek Boulevard and Kiley Boulevard, the Mini of Stevens Creek dealership opened, the largest mini dealership in the country. Auto sales are very important to Santa Clara, and we encourage you to shop Santa Clara. Last year, sales tax from auto sales generated more than $4.8 million in revenue to support the city's general fund, a substantial source of funding and a tremendous contribution to the annual revenues that pay for city programs and services. My council colleagues, representatives, our Chamber of Commerce, and I have attended the debut of these new businesses and many more. And we are all extremely pleased to see the private investments that the business community is making here in Santa Clara. We encourage you to invest in these businesses as well, and where possible, patronize these establishments. If you have a purchasing choice, please choose to make your purchase here in the city of Santa Clara. Hotels and motels have also seen an uptick in room nights, with a 16% growth in hotel-motel transient occupancy tax paid over the prior year. What this means is more business travelers are coming here to Santa Clara, spending time and money in our community. A very positive sign for our economy, and another sign that we're improving. And another increase in revenue for our general fund. Looking ahead, every year is an opportunity to focus on new starts, resolutions we both make personally and professionally, and projects that we may have dreamed about and planned for many years. Well, without a doubt, the year 2012 will be a year of new starts for Santa Clara. The most talked about new start in 2012 promises to be the construction of the 49ers Stadium. We are moving forward with this long-awaited, exciting project. Most recently, we are pleased to hear that the NFL is providing $200 million in funding towards the construction of the stadium. This is more than any stadium project in the NFL history. Site preparation and construction work for the stadium got underway in January, and we expect to see great progress during this year. A separate agency that has been formed, the Santa Clara Stadium Authority, will build, own, and operate our stadium in partnership with the 49ers. Consistent with Measure J, the term sheet approved by 58% of Santa Clara voters in 2010, there will be no cost or impact to the city's general fund or utility budgets, and no taxes or fees on residents of our community. One of the many benefits to the city is the team, through the Stadium Authority, will pay a fair market lease to the city's general fund for building the stadium on city-owned land. There will also be significant jobs during the construction period and during the stadium operation, as well as increased ongoing revenues through events, sales, and hotel taxes, increased investment and synergies with Great America, and much more that comes from both NFL and non-NFL events. And yes, even the very real possibility of hosting a Super Bowl in the near future. The Stadium Authority has now approved a construction contract with Turner DevCon to begin stadium construction this year, with the plan to open in 2014, a year early. The benefits will also include revenues received through the filling of local hotels and restaurants and other types of spending in our community. This project will be great for Santa Clara and an important economic catalyst for the entire region and the state. We continue to be an award-winning city with recognition from this past year throughout city departments for our services and programs. A few highlights include, recently our IT department received an award of excellence for information technology practices from the Municipal Information Systems Association of California. The California Society of Municipal Finance Officers presented the city with an Excellence in Budgeting Award for our annual budget and for our comprehensive annual financial report. We received a Housing Champion Award from the Housing Trust of Santa Clara County for our exemplary support for the prevention of youth homelessness, affordable housing developments, and home ownership programs. And our electric utility, also known as Silicon Valley Power, was recognized nationally for customer service programs and also made the top 10 list in the field of solar energy for new solar installed per capita. I hope you're as proud of these accomplishments as I am, and I promise you we will continue to work to achieve recognition for Santa Clara's excellent programs and services, recognition that reflects well on our entire community. The lingering recession in the U.S. has been extremely challenging, even in our region, which is recovering at a faster rate than many parts of the nation. But on a very positive note, our current budget for fiscal year 2011-12 is the first budget in 3 years to be balanced without the use of reserves. This is a remarkable accomplishment. And using a small surplus in revenues, we have also directed the city manager to start rebuilding the emergency reserves for future potential needs. The mid-year budget report is due soon, and we are optimistic about what it may indicate about our many sources of general fund revenue, such as sales tax, property tax, and transient occupancy tax on hotel and motel rooms. Even if the mid-year budget report looks improved, we are committed to staying conservative and prudent in making budget decisions, especially in light of the loss of our redevelopment agency, which I will discuss in a few minutes, and the expected related impacts to our general fund. Calendar year 2012 will see a reduction from 12 to 10 furlough days to increase services, including library and senior facility access to the public. Furlough days are when our city offices are closed with the exception of emergency services. Days when our employees will take unpaid time off. The furlough days were carefully selected to minimize the impact on reduced services to the public. We are especially grateful to our employees who agreed to take these furlough days, understanding that the unpaid days would help the city to balance its budget. This is the second year in a row employees have stepped forward to take unpaid furlough days to help our city with its budget shortfall, and we appreciate their efforts and personal sacrifice in our city's time of need. One area of the city budget where we know we will see improvement is in the area of fees and increased property tax that we will receive from the many new major construction projects that are underway or that are scheduled to begin soon. A new corporate campus for NVIDIA, a 2 million foot high-rise office building on Augustine, a 500,000 square foot industrial office campus on Larson Lane, 1 million square feet on Great America Parkway just north of the city's golf course, and other developments on Mission College Boulevard and Scott Boulevard will bring more jobs and even more revenue to Santa Clara. Some of the new construction projects were approved years ago, but developers had not felt confident in moving ahead because of the shaky American economy. The fact that many of these projects are now ready to start or are underway is a very good sign and a testimony to our improving economy. We also have new housing developments on the horizon this year, including 766 units on the former site of Kaiser Hospital on Kiley Boulevard. Also underway are 110 single-family homes plus a new city park at 90 North Winchester Boulevard, directly across from Valley Fair. Retail opportunities will be vastly improved with the revitalization of the old Mervyn Shopping Center on El Camino Real. Plans were recently submitted for this shopping center, and construction should be underway later this year. It will feature a Target, a small grocery store, and many exciting new restaurants and shops that our residents will enjoy having close by. Many of the current tenants will move into new spaces on the property. This new retail village will further beautify the El Camino and provide a great new shopping destination. What will not be new in Santa Clara for 2012 is our commitment to continue providing outstanding core services to our residents, businesses, and visitors. Our police and fire departments are on the job 24/7 to respond to emergency situations within minutes and to keep us safe with proactive education programs to reduce the risk of crime, fires, and accidents. Our planning and inspection department continues to look for ways to use technology to improve customer service, such as online permit transactions, where now a complete plan set can be submitted online. Silicon Valley Power, our municipal electric utility, remains a national leader in reliability. The rebuilding of our old power substations, the addition of new transformers, and the construction of new substations will enhance load capacity and help to ensure the power is there whenever and wherever we or our growing business community needs it. And with the lowest utility rates in the Bay Area, the utility makes us even more attractive to business, providing an economic development advantage that no one else has. Our Green Power program continues to encourage both residential and commercial customers of Silicon Valley Power to support the purchase of renewable energy, and we continue to work towards the goal of 33% of our entire power mix coming from renewable sources by 2020. And the new football stadium, to be publicly owned by the Santa Clara Stadium Authority, will be among the greenest in the nation, with solar panels, landscape green roofs, and feature environmentally sustainable materials and practices. Our library consistently hosts more than 1 million visitors each year and circulates more than 2.5 million items. Its popularity and its quality of service and programs are why Santa Clara City Library continues to be ranked among the top 10 in the U.S. for libraries in the nation of similar size. Our water and sewer utility is proceeding with the expansion of our recycled water distribution system, along with other infrastructure improvements, such as the replacement of obsolete pumps and the retrofit of water storage tanks. In collaboration with the Public Works Department, Street Department, Parks and Recreation Department, and Finance Department, Our water sewer utilities also successfully completed design and construction of 7 miles of new recycled water mains funded by the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act and the South Bay Water Recycling Program, completing this project on time and under the $10.4 million budget. This year, we'll also see the continuation of the environmental review of the proposed $2.2 billion master plan for rebuilding the San Jose, Santa Clara Water Pollution Control Plant. Our Parks and Recreation Department maintains our terrific 32 city parks and playgrounds that provide our community with outdoor beauty and places to play and picnic. This department also offers hundreds of classes and activities of all types and for all ages. Youth come to our skate park, soccer park, youth activity center, and teen center, and adults 50 years and older in our community continue to take advantage of our extraordinary senior center and its programs. We are pleased to be adding 2 new playgrounds at Parkway Park and Fairway Glen Park. There are too many other city departments, services, and accomplishments to list them all, but be assured that under the direction of our city manager, all of our departments are working their very best to maintain the outstanding quality of life we enjoy in the city of Santa Clara, while we work to guide the city towards economic recovery. What is new for us this year, an unexpected area of concern, is that for the first time in more than 3 decades, Santa Clara will be without a redevelopment agency. A state law passed in 2011 and dictated the dissolution of redevelopment agencies in hundreds of cities and counties in California. The purpose of this law is to direct more tax dollars to Sacramento to help with their state budget crisis, redirecting funds that have been used for local economic stimulus projects and affordable housing here in Santa Clara. The law was challenged in court, but found to be constitutional. So Santa Clara, like all other affected cities, officially ended our redevelopment agency on February 1st. During its existence, Santa Clara's redevelopment agency achieved tremendous results in this community, especially in the North Bayshore area, where virtually every infrastructure improvement was financed with redevelopment dollars. Redevelopment funds built our award-winning Santa Clara Convention Center, a center that recently celebrated its 25th anniversary and which brings thousands of visitors and revenues to our community. Redevelopment funds also allowed us to purchase and to save Great America Theme Park when it was going to be torn down and converted to office buildings. North of Bayshore used to be known as that part of the city that flooded almost every year, and now it's a hub of business and commercial activity and inviting residential neighborhoods, all adding great deal to the economic strength and appeal of the city of Santa Clara. Redevelopment dollars invested in Franklin Square renovated that area several times, brought in new merchants, and encouraged the start of our very popular year-round farmers market. Redevelopment dollars also constructed new fire stations, the San Tomas Aquino Saratoga Creek Trail, the Santa Clara Youth Soccer Park, and many other public amenities. Our redevelopment agency did exactly what it was supposed to do. It eliminated blight and inspired investment by private developers. There was more that we wanted to accomplish with the RDA, and we're sorry to suddenly lose this valuable tool for local government. It will make it much more difficult for us to find the funding for a long list of capital projects that have already been identified. And there will be impacts to the general fund, impacts our city manager is currently evaluating with her staff. Santa Clara's redevelopment agency has been a driver behind most of our efforts in affordable housing. Every redevelopment agency in California was required to set aside 20% of its redevelopment agency tax increment revenue for affordable housing. Santa Clara increased that to 30% set aside because providing affordable housing for low and very low and moderate income families is so important to our community. Since 1990, we've budgeted more than $158 million for affordable housing programs and services that help those most in need in our community. That has allowed us to place thousands of lower income residents, including seniors, in affordable apartments and to issue loans to first-time homebuyers who otherwise never would have been able to purchase their first homes. Our affordable housing programs have made a remarkable difference for many of our residents. We are very proud of accomplishments our redevelopment agency has made throughout the years and the enhanced community we have achieved as a direct result. I want to close this State of the City by encouraging residents to try our new online community input tool called Open City Hall. It is a public forum we are trying out in which citizens can make comments on specific City of Santa Clara issues, and city officials can read the comments as part of our decision-making process. We launched this new program with a general question, asking what you love about the City of Santa Clara. It was enlightening to read the praise as well as some criticism, because listening to many points of view is part of civic engagement and the democratic process. Everyone should feel free to address their government directly on matters under our jurisdiction. Doing so in a way that treats everyone with respect, protects diverse viewpoints, and encourages robust discussion is consistent with the City of Santa Clara's Code of Ethics and Values. We have had a lot of spirited community discussion this past year on many topics, and it's a good thing because that shows our residents are passionate about our city and, like all of us, optimistic about its future. I encourage you to check the City of Santa Clara website and take advantage of this additional way to communicate with us through Open City Hall. We really do want to hear from you. Please contact us by email at mayor.and council@santaclaraca.gov or by regular mail to 1500 Warburton Avenue, Santa Clara 95050. We have had many accomplishments this past year to make us proud. There are new opportunities ahead, and the city has renewed dedication and focus with our City Council adopted economic development goals. And there's also a tremendous year ahead of us. I'm excited about the opportunities I see on the horizon. We are indebted to the service and great decisions of those that came before us. The future is bright for Santa Clara, and I'm honored and proud to represent you and our city as your mayor. On behalf of the entire Santa Clara City Council and city team, I wish you and yours good health, prosperity, and happiness in the year ahead. Thank you.